So we're in for a real treat today without any further hiatus. Our Tabletopics master today is distinguished Toastmaster Blake Smith. Today you are all entertainers, news reporters, and Blake has the list of the top 25 comedy movies of all time. He will give you the movie title, and your job will be to tell us why the movie was so great and why it made the list. Since these movies came out between the years 1926 and 2014, it is entirely possible you may not have even heard of the movie. But don't let that stop you. Please welcome our Tabletopics master, distinguished Toastmaster, Blake Smith.
Okay, we all got it? Movie number 22 on the list, Bridesmaids, Nate Bow, Toastmaster Nate Bow.
Bridesmaids actually has a special meaning. This movie is so funny because I once was a bridesmaid, believe it or not. It's not a tall tale. We were at my brother's wedding and our hiatus in response as I think up a story that matches. Director Hertzfield Witzenbinder did a great job, and I want to take that green light and get back in my
The Grand Budapest Hotel, Toastmaster Mark Wright.
Not seen the movie, I will steal Bridesmaids. Hilarious movie. It's got a cast of Melissa McCarthy, a handful of other famous actresses. And why it's so funny is that if you've ever seen a group of women interacting when they're getting prepared for a wedding, it's to a T what's going on in terms of just comical jealousy, mishaps, and whatnot. It's a hilarious movie. Go see it.
Number 25 on the list, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Toastmaster Linda Spear. That's as close to a slow pitch as I could give you, girl.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, I recently came back from a hiatus in Europe. We went to Italy, we went to Prague, we went to Amsterdam, and it was planes, trains, and automobiles. We were in Italy, and there was a flood. So we were supposed to take a train from Italy to Milan Airport, from South Italy to Milan Airport, and then we were supposed to get on a plane to get to Prague, but the trains were all down in Italy, and so we had to catch a bus. And we got on the bus, and we got to Milan, and we got on a plane, and then we got by the bus, and it was definitely a plane, trains, and automobiles. Thank God we made it through. Thank you.
Brief aside, although that was a lovely answer, your goal is to tell us about the movie that I'm giving you the title of. Groundhog Day, Toastmaster Lonnie Fowler. And that's title number 9.
Good morning, Toastmasters. Groundhog Day. I'm assuming many of you have seen that movie, right? Yeah. Man, it's a classic film. by Sonny and Cher. Sing it. I got you, babe. Sing it, Carmelo. I got you, babe. Oh, for what? So day after day, it's awesome because he changes things up, and at the end, he ends up with the lady and happy at the end. So awesome film order.
Comedy number 15 on the list, The Big Lebowski. Toastmaster Judith Stein Farrell.
I'm getting payback for not putting myself on the list.
Oh, did I do that?
Can you start with the green light off, please? The Big Lebowski. This is, who played the long guy with the long hair?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. The dude abides.
There you go.
Is he just the guy you want to be able to be? You want to be able to just be that relaxed and solve all the problems the way he does. And I've never seen it through to the ceiling that everybody talks about. Right? Everybody's silent about the scene. You don't know about the scene? This is like the first time in a movie that's not X-rated that we've got a. So, but I've never watched it through to that scene. So I've seen Jeff Bridges and
John Goodman.
yes, John Goodman, but the guy from not never mind.
Number 7 on the list, Duck Soup. Toastmaster Teresa Bay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Let's go ahead with movies I don't understand. What year it was made? How? 30s?
Marx Brothers.
Oh my goodness.
1933.
I got it. Take a deep breath, and I'm guessing there's a duck in the soup. Maybe the duck ate the soup without realizing it ate itself. That's it.
Some Like It Hot. Toastmaster Morris McNitt. That was number 3 on the list.
I must apologize. I do not recall ever having seen this movie. And I happen to love Marilyn Monroe. I don't remember what the movie was about. And I'm ashamed. I'm a huge comedy fan. I love laughing. And so consequently, it's upsetting that I've missed some of these. I've missed several of these already.
Bless your heart.
I ought to be ashamed of myself. I'm sorry, I cannot recall what the movie was about, but I know it was hilarious. Because I have many friends that have seen it, and they browbeat me all the time because I have not seen it. But thank you. I will refill my seat.
Number 19 on the list, Young Frankenstein. Toastmaster Tim Rickey.
If there was ever a movie that topped the list of extraordinary comedy, what hum? This is a movie that probably this is the best comedy I've ever seen, I think, in my life. Every time you watch it, you gotta laugh. It's just that good, the line. And it's Frankenstein, by the way. Now, take a hiatus.
Footstep.
Was it?
Footstep.
That'd be normal. That'd be normal. Anybody know what abnormal is? That was a Brandon Frankenstein conceit that Dr. Frankenstein put into his head. It was a hysterical movie. He just kept going and going. Marty, what's Marty's last name? Feldman. This is the guy with these big eyes. It's just, he's hysterical. He looks at all these things. And by, what was his job? What was his name?
You did see this, right?
No, what was his name?
Marty Feldman's character.
Red light. You're not allowed to take a hiatus in the middle of a table topic. Number 17 on the list, Ghostbusters. Toastmaster Paolo Soriano. Good morning.
I recently just saw Ghostbusters, both the original and the one that they just remade, and the most recent remade one. Both were funny. What to say about them? Another good Bill Murray movie.
Amen.
Very fun. Sigourney Weaver. I just see her opening the fridge. I forget what she saw in the fridge, but I remember it was funny.
You're getting creepy over here.
So plasma or something. There's a ghost. The second one was also very good. I think it was a good, the original cast came back in the end and they paid a homage to one of the title characters in the main movie, and it was a good, surprising movie that was both funny and dramatic. So I think if you guys are looking to see a good movie, Ghostbusters, the second one, does a good trick you to the original. It's a middle one.
All right. Movie number 20, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Toastmaster Mark Ehlers. Morning.
It's actually one of my favorite movies. Stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. Amazingly, they're biological twins. Same father, same mother, one tall, one short. And it took me a while to figure it out, but Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie was actually a TV anchorman. Danny DeVito was the cameraman. I think the twin idea is really what made a good movie. That's my answer.
That table topic brought to you by the makers of Scott's Organic Fertilizer. Number 5 on the list. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Toastmaster Linda Flores.
Vicky, come with me. Let me show you. Let me show you, everyone. And I'm not going to repeat what he said again, but Monty Python, that is one of, the Holy Grail is one of my favorite movies. I like many of them that he said. I'll go back to the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the polka one where he's caught in the van, and they're just playing polka throughout the whole trip. It was hilarious. And Ghostbusters as well. Bill Murray, I'm a big fan of Bill Murray. And as far as the Holy Grail, everything about it was funny. I mean, it's just, British comedy is very funny.
Is anyone not on the program that didn't sign up for Table Topics? that did not sign up for Tabletopics? Okay, all right, okay. So we're gonna get some of you that have functionary roles here. The number one comedy, Airplane. Toastmaster Alex McGriff. Airplane.
Horrible movie. That movie should be on the top 20 worst movies of all time. And I'm only saying that because I wasn't born yet when it came out. I mean, all these movies you guys are describing, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one. Airs, planes, and trains, I didn't see that one. Like, am I really that young?
Duval.
Excuse me? But the movie I have seen is The Anchorman Rock Ferry. I have seen that. And that part, when he punts that dog off the bridge, is the most, like, the hardest I ever laughed. Man. But I really can't answer that question because I haven't seen the movie. I'm going to take a hiatus and go back to myself.
There we go. This is Spinal Tap. Number 2. Distinguished Toastmaster Jeff Rufenacht.
This is Spinal Tap. Now, this is incredible because this is the second movie that stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. And here's the crazy part, they're actually twins. And what happens is every day they wake up and they're writing the same song over and over. And the crazy thing is the completed song is playing on the radio. And each day they're eating a steak together, and Danny DeVito cuts his finger off, and Schwarzenegger has a meltdown, but Danny DeVito says, "It's only a flesh wound." Right? It's only a flesh wound. And each day they're scared because of something under the bed, and Arnold looks at Danny and says, "Who are you going to call?" Right? Yeah. Over and over and over again, and that's the story. This is Spinal Tap. Wow.
Number 24 on the list. Jackass, the movie. Analia Perez.
I've never seen Jackass, but it sounds like a movie about a donkey. Trilogy involving Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's the one. That's the one. Yes.
I remember hearing about it. There was a lot of buzz about this movie about a donkey, and I thought, I really want to watch this movie, but unfortunately I was too young when it came out. I'm assuming it came out.
You know there's donkey movies.
I will watch it after this. It's on my to-do list. I was planning on going and watching this movie about a donkey.
We got everybody? Excuse me? Allie didn't sign up. Okay. The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. Number 23, Allison Richards.
There are 3 of those, so Leslie Nielsen, hilarious. But Cockpit, Room in Front of the Plane. Cockpit, what is it? Room in Front of the Plane.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Roger.
Naked Gun, I can't actually fully remember those. I've seen them, of course, they're hilarious. Just, what is it, slapstick comedy. Airplane, really, best movie ever. One you did not mention that I think Sean not the placemat, the movie. There's so many movies out there. We actually watched a band called Lekadou last night. Interesting, a little slow moving in the beginning, but it's Tom Hanks. And interesting enough, his wife, Rita Wilson, is the executive producer. So if there's any movies out there that she's going to do, he's obviously going to be in it. He's definitely aged a little bit. Interesting though, it's as I said, it moves slow a little bit, but then it was a crier. And typically I like funny movies. Okay? Or Ghostbusters. And the new Ghostbusters with the females, very, very good if you haven't seen it. And then, as you mentioned, Paolo, they come in at the end, they have, Bill Murray, everybody's in at the end, so, or throughout the movie.
Spoiler alert.